The picturesque skyline of Fort Lauderdale, Florida offers some amazing views. Mix in the beautiful waterways and sandy beaches, the only thing missing is a way to ride the waves. For the past 61 years, boating manufacturers from around the world have brought their best and brightest to southern Florida for display. Spanning some 6 miles of floating docks, you'll find over 500 vessels to enjoy the good life. NBC Sports welcomes you to the 61st annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Lexus and Visit Lauderdale. Hi folks, Lee Diffie with you, and over the next hour we'll take you on a guided tour on the latest the boating world has to offer. Everything from center console fishing boats to super yachts, the toys that populate them, and everything that makes this the biggest boating show in the world. Now, just like so many sporting events and conferences, this event too was in jeopardy of even happening due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But with thanks to all entities involved in the show and the city of Fort Lauderdale, I'm really pleased to say that it is a reality in 2020 and on its regular date as well. Joining me, as always, is Will Christian and Townsend Bell, and T-Bell kicks us off.
Well, thanks, Lee. It's great to be back in Fort Lauderdale, and I want to remind everyone at the end of the hour, we will find out who wins the 2020 Best of Show Award, the highest award in the boating industry. Now, one of the finalists behind me is the Ocean Alexander 27E. Let's head aboard and take a closer look. Now, if you're new to the boating scene, when you begin your quest to find the perfect boat, length is a great place to start. This one happens to be named for it being 27 meters in length, which is about 89 feet. Now, the E in 27E stands for Explorer, and this is the first of what Ocean Alexander expects will be a full line of Explorer Series yachts. Oh, the adventures you can take with this ship. With a full tank of fuel, this yacht can cruise 2,100 nautical miles, enough to get from Boston to the Panama Canal nonstop. And believe me, if you're planning to take a trip that far, you'll want to be surrounded by all of these luxurious amenities. With an impressive master stateroom, jacuzzi on the top deck, multiple areas to entertain, all tied together with a beautiful modern finish, and starting at $6.5 million. The Ocean Alexander 27E, an impressive yacht bathed in luxury, but with the range to go the distance. We'll see how far she can go later on for the Best of Show competition. Now let's check in with Will Christian.
Townsend, absolutely beautiful, and from one very worthy entry in Best of Show to another, we've come over to Azimut Yachts, and this is the US debut of the Magellano 25 meter. There's currently 4 yachts in that range, soon to be 5, and the brilliance behind the thinking of these is you get all the functionality of a trawler, but with the design elements that perhaps only the Italians can produce. This is primarily achieved because Azimut outsources their exterior and their interior designers. They describe them as artists, and they work so closely together to make sure the lines on the exterior of the boat match all the beautiful lighting and elements on the interior. As soon as you step on the deck, you just have unobstructed views, partly due to the fact that you have a single level deck from stern all the way to the bow. Every aspect of this boat is a work of art, from the lighting concepts to the use of space to the beautiful finishes on the surface, even this Italian marble in the master bathroom. A very unique feature on this 83-foot yacht is it actually has 2 helm stations, one in the raised pilot house, and then there's direct access to another one on the flybridge. The price tag on this beautiful yacht starts at around $6.1 million. And saving the very best to last, my favorite feature on this yacht, this is the Infinity cockpit. So cool because, as you can see, the entire bottom panel there is glass, so you have a clear line of sight down to the swim platform, and some very comfortable furniture, which, Lee, I think I'm going to go sit on, so over to you.
Well, there's no question those boats on debut are going to garner plenty of attention, but over here at Fort Lauderdale's very own Denison Yachting, you can't help but miss Serenity, a 133-foot IAG tri-deck motor yacht. It is beautiful and extremely spacious up here on the sun deck, full bar, full grill, but I'm sure you'd agree it would be nice to spend some time in this 6-person waterfall jacuzzi. Now let's take the elevator down to the Sky Lounge. That's right, Serenity has a 4-level interior elevator. One of my favourite characteristics of the Sky Lounge are the balconies to both the port and starboard sides, ideal for morning coffee or evening cocktails. And the entertainment options are endless. There's even a house-like size lounge room equipped with an electric fireplace to cozy around. There are 6 staterooms, including this impressive master. The ensuite includes his and hers bathrooms. But another favourite of mine, the master stateroom also has balconies on both port and starboard sides. On the main deck, through the sliding glass doors of the salon entrance, you'll find a mini casino. Launched in 2016, Serenity was built with charter business in mind. But in a matter of several hours, all this can disappear and be refreshed to a design of your desire. The asking price for Serenity is $13.5 million. And well, T-Bell, as much as I'd love to sit here all day and take in the show on the big screen, we've all got too much to do here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. After the break, Townsend and I check out a luxury yacht from Hong Kong, and Will shows us some aquatic toys on display and for sale here at the show. You're watching the 61st Annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Lexus, experience amazing, and Visit Lauderdale. Welcome back to Fort Lauderdale. Time now, Townsend, to check out a boat brand that's been around for some 5 generations.
I'm excited for this one, Lee. It's the CLB 88, Hong Kong built. It just arrived literally a few hours ago, but it's big.
And this is the world premiere. It's also so big, it's going to take both of us to tackle. Let's go. One thing that strikes me when you come inside immediately is this traditional and warm feel. And Joseph Farakis, the designer, has achieved multiple things here in addition to this massively wide beam. There's a beautiful free-flowing feel to it, all the way up to the helm and the galley. And what he's done is he's brought the exterior inside by the use of natural materials, hence the teak that you see on the floor and on the ceiling. That's what's happening up here. Townsend, what's happening downstairs?
Well, Diff, it's time to bring the action because I found the master suite down here. Full beam, massive king bed, and it has all of that sleek Italian modern design that we enjoyed upstairs with the natural teak finish. And across the hallway, this is a super unique feature. I've never seen this before on a boat this size, a matching VIP master. That way, your guests have all of the luxury and amenities that the owner enjoys just across the hallway. Now, wait a second, where's Diff? He's probably found some entertainment aboard this CLB 88. Looking, an Aussie at the bar. Fancy that.
Hey, natural environment.
How long have you been there?
Not too long, but certainly long enough to really appreciate the terrific use of space in this very expansive area on the top deck. I've also been just digesting that $7.9 million price tag.
Well, maybe they'll take an IOU. But listen, it's time we go check out Will Christian, who's found a water toy that I think would pair perfectly with this yacht.
Townsend, yes I have, and you are going to love it. These are flight boards, e-foils, electric hydrofoils, and if you don't know what that is, I'm going to explain it to you now. Take a look, this one's flipped upside down. As you can see on the bottom here, you have a mast. At the top here, a carbon fiber wing, a stabilizing wing at the back, and in the middle here, a fuselage with a motor in it and a propeller at the back. This is a hand controller. It's connected via Bluetooth to the electronics in the board, and in the top of the deck here is a lithium battery. So you power on, it fires up, the propeller goes, the wing kicks in just like a wing on an aeroplane, lifts you up out of the water, and you are flying. The Australian company has put many R&D hours in, and they have 3 models on offer. The Air, which is an inflatable, so great if you're type for storage for resorts, yachts, and excellent for beginners. Then we've got the Flightboard, that's good for all levels, and the Pro, which is perfect for the more advanced rider. Flight pride themselves on safety and ease of use of these boards, and to help with that whole process, they've set up flight schools. They have over 70 set up globally, and after just over a year distributing here in the US, they already have over 10 across the country. So sorry to make you jealous, guys, but I'm going to get to take advantage of that right now and head out on the water. Wow, this is so unique. I guarantee it'll be unlike anything you've ever tried before. The feeling of floating just completely blows you away. Every bit as fun as it looks. Get on a flight board, give it a try. If you want to get one of these, you're looking around $13,000. Townsend, what's up next?
We're going to bump up the power in a pretty big way over here at Volvo Penta. You know, these guys showed up back in 2005 with this revolutionary IPS drive. Gone were the rudders, the steering would happen with the prop. Additionally, this drive is going to pull you through the water as opposed to push you through the water. A lot of skepticism back then, but not in 2020. Now, over 50% of the boats on the show are going to use a drive system just like this. This particular unit couples to a 1,000 horsepower D13 Volvo. Now, I was curious about the health of the industry because Volvo works with so many manufacturers. I wanted to find out, what has 2020 been like?
Well, I think the whole industry held its breath there in April, May time, and we all thought, where is this going, right? Since then, in late May, early June, we've seen really an uptick in boat sales, retail sales, across the board, from the boats that we power with our smaller engines up to the bigger and boats that we power with our IPS system. There is high demand in the market across the board, I would say, right? As many other recreational industries, the marine industry is doing really well.
You know, when you think about it, it might be just the joystick. That simple in terms of the health of the industry. This has revolutionized ease of operating, not just for docking, but you can drive the boat at speed now with that little stick. It's a lot like being an F-16 pilot, a lot of fun and very easy. So for another update on the industry, let's head over now to Lee Diffie.
Thanks, Townsend. Well, as you well know, the boating industry is so important to the city of Fort Lauderdale, and a really significant part of that is the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Now, a little earlier, I caught up with two VIPs who were integral in assisting this 2020 edition of the show going ahead, and that is the Mayor of Fort Lauderdale, Dean Trantalis, and the Mayor of Broward County, Dale Holness.
It is a great relief. It was tense for a good while, but the county commission, the county administrator, the informer, the marine industry, the city of Fort Lauderdale, the whole community came together to plan this event, to ensure that we have a safe event, but a successful event.
It's the biggest and the most fabulous boat show in the world, and we're so happy that we were able to partner with the county and with Informa to make this a reality. And thank goodness for the exhibitors and for the people that are going to be coming here, the people that live here, the people that come from all over the world, who now see Fort Lauderdale as a safe destination and still enjoy what we have here, which is beautiful sunny skies and a welcoming environment.
There's no question this show is colossal in magnitude, one you really have to experience in person. Why don't you put it on your 2021 calendar? When we return, we check out some more boats like the Invincible 46 Catamaran and so many more. Welcome back to the 61st Annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show presented by Lexus and Visit Lauderdale. And when you come here to the show, it can truly be an all-day experience. Walking around the 6 miles of floating dock, you can be sure by the time it's the evening, there are plenty of places to sit back, relax, and enjoy a great meal. And I'm actually about to do just that myself. I'm here at Burlock Coast inside the elegant Ritz-Carlton Hotel, where Chef Brooke has prepared some beautiful local seafood. Over my shoulder you can see Fort Lauderdale Beach, and there's so many great places up and down the coast, wherever you might be, to have ocean view dining, just to kick back and relax and enjoy exactly where we are. So Townsend, I'm about to tuck into this. I have spoken to Chef Brooke, by the way. She's happy to prepare a meal for you on whatever boat you're on. So where can we find you?
Well, Lee, it's funny you should mention food because I'm just here in the galley of the Ocean Alexander 32L. L for Legends, and this galley kitchen is legendary. I wanted to show you the space because it's beautiful, it's functional, and it also has a tremendous view here from the sink. A lot of natural light pouring in. If there was a job opening as a chef on this boat, I'd take it. Now forward is an on-deck master with an additional drop-down set of stairs to the master bath. That's sort of a Ocean Alexander signature there, and it's so spacious, the bathroom, full beam with walk-in closets, and once again, Chief Designer Evan Marshall has totally outdone himself. It's just simply beautiful everywhere you look, in addition to the 4 guest staterooms that are also below the main deck level. A lot of impressive equipment in the galley, but even more impressive here in the engine room. Twin V12 twin turbo man diesels, 1900 horsepower apiece, 4,000 gallons of fuel in the tank behind me, and you'll even notice little security cameras so the captain can keep an eye even when he's all the way up top in the Sky Lounge. So walking up 3 levels from the bottom to the top, up here to the Sky Lounge, you really appreciate the visibility. Massive windows. And you know what? If you're the captain aboard this thing, get to the helm station, pull up the anchors, it's time to fire off. You know, at $10 million as I walk around this beautiful yacht, I can really start to appreciate the value. You know what? It's so easy, anybody can do it, right? Hey Siri, take us to the Bahamas.
Haha. Hang on a second. Siri, ignore Townsend because he has work to do. But me, on the other hand, I have actually found myself a boat that will take me very quickly and smoothly from here right to the Bahamas because I am over at Invincible Boats. They manufacture high-performance offshore center console boats, and this is their new 46-foot. It's debuting right here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, and it is incredible because this is, in fact, a catamaran. This innovative hull design is called a hybrid asymmetrical hull. Now, in layman's terms, your traditional catamaran has 2 identical hulls on either side. In this case, these hulls are not the same. They differ in design and dimension. Bring in some race technology, 3 years of R&D, and some very sophisticated software, and you end up with the smoothest ride without sacrificing any of the handling. The Invincible 46 has been thoughtfully designed with serious fishing in mind. Everywhere you look, from the open deck space to live wells and rod holders everywhere. But if you're more geared towards taking friends or family out on the water, the entire deck can be configured to suit you as well, including putting in a second row of seating, as we see here on this model. And look at this beautiful sun lounger up in the bow, best seat in the house. And it's very clever ideas like this inward opening dive door that tucks neatly away here, and this hidden retractable swim ladder that have earned this boat its place in Best of Show. You can get in it for about mid-800s to 1.2 million. Lee, over to you now. Looks like you have a very busy booth over there.
Well, Florida-based Intrepid Powerboats has 2 models on world debut this week, and like your catamaran, this 409 Valor is also up for Best in Show. Since they launched their first boat in 1983, Intrepid has really made their own mark in the powerboat and yacht market by being what they call ambidextrous. And what that means is combining the comfort of a cruiser with the flexibility of a fishing boat. So say you want a fast-paced Saturday going out fishing, you can do that. Turn it round, take the family out for a slower-paced Sunday on this 40-foot 409 Valor. It is just the boat for that. And what I really like about Intrepid is their use of space. Their newest feature is a hydraulically actuated helm sole. So no more standing on the footrest for a better vantage point. At the push of a button, this area raises up to 4 inches in additional height. There's also a hull side dive door, which is an Intrepid trademark dating back to 1994, which doesn't take up valuable cockpit space when open and allows for easy dockside boarding. And the starting price is $650,000. And this is the very impressive 438 Evolution. Now, something really important that Intrepid has done is listen to its existing customers and clients and their feedback on what they wanted to see in future models. And here it is, this beautiful new boat making its worldwide debut here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. And it features things like this portside L-shaped lounge, which is very spacious, where family and friends can relax, and they've got terrific views over the deck and beyond. The cabin space is impressive with a master stateroom that offers access to the head compartment. As you continue past the galley with a single burner stovetop, the large forward settee area can double as the dining area or an additional berth. Intrepid has more of a manufacturing mantra than a sales pitch, and that is one at a time, one of a kind, just for you. And they have plenty of A-list celebrities as existing clients. You can get this brand new model for $875,000. After the break, we'll continue the Power Boats theme with Will when she checks out Beneteau, and Townsend will have some fun at Aqua Bananas. You're watching the 61st Annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Lexus. Experience amazing. Visit Lauderdale. And sponsored by the Hyatt Centric Hotel in Fort Lauderdale.
Welcome back to the 61st Annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Lexus and Visit Lauderdale. Now, the center console fishing market has exploded in this industry over the last 10 years, and one of the more unique boats at the show this year is the Axpar 28. I'm aboard that right now. Axpar, notably famous for their square plumb bow, called the Axe bow, thus the name Axpar. It's designed in Finland, so it has those Scandinavian roots. I kind of think of ramming speed as I see that bow hit the water. But this boat, famous for being sort of an adventure center console, not just pure fishing. You can entertain, you can water ski, you can just go out and pound the hard water if you want. Now, as these boats have gotten bigger, more elaborate, they've also gotten heavier through the years in the entire category. That means you need a tow vehicle capable of that increased weight. Thanks to AutoNation this year, we have the 2021 Toyota Tundra here at Flibs on display. This is the TRD 4x4 Off-Road Edition, capable of towing over 10,000 pounds. It can pull this Axpar 28, no problem. Let's check it out in detail. So this Tundra has a 5.7-liter I-Force V8, 381 horsepower, and 401 foot-pounds of torque. It has important towing features like the trailer brake system and trailer sway control. And with a 38-gallon fuel tank, you can go way down into the Keys, towing as far as your heart delights. So with this awesome Tundra from AutoNation, a cool C-Bob with Axpar branding, and the Axpar 28 itself, I've got my full rig. I am ready for a week of adventure in South Florida. Now let's head over to Beneteau with Will Christian.
70 boats in the Beneteau range. It is really difficult to pick just one, but I wanted to draw your attention to the Anteras line, and specifically this boat, the Anteras 9, because at just under 30 feet, it really does pack a punch. As we move into the salon here, they really have used every inch of space, and the functionality in design here just allows you to have, well, everything you need here for a trip out on the water. This great little galley area here with a sink and grill top, and the lid comes down to make for another lovely surface area here. And once you've cooked your dinner, well, there's a dining area because the forward-facing passenger seat converts into a spacious area where the whole family can sit. And it doesn't feel cramped at all here at the helm. Look how bright it is, and check this out. There's a door right here so you can get to the bow, you can get to the stern. Accessibility is just great. And as we head down below, I just want to remind you, this boat is under 30 feet. And yet, look, we've got 2 staterooms, a full head and shower. I mean, a family of 4 would be very comfortable staying on here. I love an RV trip, and this is basically the RV experience on the water. And it's all yours for a very modest little price tag of right around $200,000. Now, Townsend, are you still working over there? Because you look like you're taking a break.
Thanks, Will. I think I found my favorite place at the show. We're here at Aqua Bananas. Now, this is the inflatable fun company. This is their Party Bana, their most popular product. It's a cabana that can seat probably 10 to 12 people comfortably with their feet in the water and a roof over their head. It sits on an 11 by 11 foot grid. Important because all of the other products sit 11 by 11 square as well, so you can mix and match effectively one giant fun Lego set for yacht owners. You can have C-Bob parking, jet ski parking, all your water toys, even a little splash pool for the kids. There's a netting underneath. Important to note that founder of Aqua Bananas, Mark Anastasia, is the guy that created those inflatable super slides off the super yachts that really opened up and defined this business to start with. Speaking of which, over my shoulder, there's a beautiful Pearl 95 that's making its Flibs debut. What do you say we go check that out? Well, let's take things up a notch. In fact, let's take one giant leap for the industry here at Fort Lauderdale. This is a U.S. debut. This is the Pearl 95, a stunning yacht that suggests an interior volume that's much bigger than 95 feet, because I've been on boats 120, 130 feet. This thing feels every bit as shippy as some of those larger models. This is the largest boat that Pearl's offering in the US right now, and it is spectacular. The mirrored glass that you just saw that's reflecting off the side of my face is a portal into what is perhaps the nicest full deck master I've ever seen. So as we come inside, you see this beautiful full beam master. The design, simply breathtaking. Every single finish has been given the greatest attention to detail. It's an ultra-modern galley up top, fully equipped with Miele appliances. And then out back, you've got the obligatory beach club, where you can also store your personal watercraft while you're underway. I really love this shower. So modernly sleek, right off the swim step, a great way to rinse off after a dive, a swim, or maybe a jet ski ride. And the amazement continues here in the salon. Floor to ceiling glass. In fact, it is right down to the floor, literally meeting the seam, and square windows. Structurally, very difficult to do. A 70-inch TV. In fact, it feels almost like a home theater here at the back of the salon. If you didn't know any better, you would think a high-end residential designer was responsible for this interior. Well, in fact, that is the case. UK's own Kelly Hoppen did every single inch of this interior, and boy, what a job she did. It is just awesome. And like any high-end home, you would expect some automation, and this boat has it. With one touch, all the blinds in the salon come gliding down. And up top on the flybridge, things just go even higher, even better, as the hot tub is splashing. And I'm just kicking back here, wiping the sweat off my brow as the sun sets here in Fort Lauderdale. This Pearl 95, I tell you, I'm a big fan, Will. But if you need me, I'll be right here.
Well, while you relax there, Townsend, we've headed over here to Schaefer Yachts, a must-see if you're cruising the docks here, because Schaefer have been manufacturing boats for over 28 years, and they have quite the lineup. Everything from 26 feet all the way up to 83. And this is the new Schaefer 660 at 66 feet. It's making its US debut right here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. As soon as you step onto the swim platform, the first thing that hits you is just the clever use of space and the attention to detail, and it starts right here. Check this out. This is an electric gourmet station. As you can see there, it has a grill top, a chopping board, and a sink. This would otherwise be up on the deck here, so it makes for so much more space. And no, you're not out here in the sun, because we've also got a remote-controlled retractable awning. And as we move up into the cockpit, that spacious vibe just continues, and that's mostly due to these, as it has dual fold-out balconies, and they add about 25% more space to this deck area here, allowing you perhaps to extend that invitation to a couple more buddies. Inside, the airy and open-plan salon leads you down into 4 large staterooms with 3 full heads. Think of the flybridge on the 660 here as a blank canvas, because the boat owner can entirely design their own configuration and layout up here. Schaefer produces all the parts for these boats in-house, including owning their own lumber mill. So all the teak that you see, that arrives to Schaefer as trees, and from there they craft it into all these beautiful furnishings and decking. And all this could be yours starting at just $2.2 million, so get your orders in.
Well, for those of you who might prefer to be on the water for fishing, there's something to get excited about down here at Viking Yachts, the 54-foot convertible making its worldwide public debut this week. Viking was founded in New Jersey some 56 years ago by the Healy brothers and has long been a category leader, particularly in the mid-sized convertible sport fish category, particularly between 50 to 70 feet. And they call this, the 54C, the 54 convertible, a fishing machine. The cockpit sole is covered with custom teak, and Viking's renowned observation mezzanine is perfectly placed to take in all the fishing action while staying out of the way. Beneath the cockpit sole is a Seakeeper gyro stabilizer that helps eliminate excessive ocean roll. Up here on the upper helm, of course, the primary objective is to spot the fish, but nobody could blame you for coming up here and just enjoy the magnificent view. And while you're up here in control, you can turn this Viking 54C on a dime with the Optimus electronic power steering. Surrounded by large windows, the salon is open and bright. The sitting, dining and entertainment areas are all open concept to give the area a spacious feel. Further in, the 54C features a 3-stateroom 2-head layout. The master stateroom features an ensuite bathroom as well as a 32-inch television. So Will, whether your objective is sport or play, the Viking 54C has you covered at $3.2 million.
Lee, we're sticking with sport yachts now, but we've downsized just a little bit for the purpose of our activity now because we are checking out the boat show by water. And we've jumped aboard this Intrepid 477 Evolution, which does that and so much more. The perfect vessel to take out onto the open ocean for fishing, diving, swimming, or just enjoying this beautiful South Florida weather, and then come here into Fort Lauderdale and enjoy everything it has to offer. And if you're feeling a little bit peckish, it's very fun to dock and dine. And yes, that is exactly how it sounds. You can bring your boat right up here, choose one of many waterfront restaurants here, step right off the boat and eat. One of the most iconic being the Boatyard, right here on the beautiful Intracoastal. It is a great way to end your day with one of their signature cocktails, and of course the menu is fantastic. You're in Fort Lauderdale, so you absolutely have to eat seafood, and everything here is locally sourced. They even offer catch and cook, so if you've had a good day out in the water and landed yourself a big fish, just bring it right here to the restaurant and the chef will prepare it any way you want. It's tough to decide with such a menu, but I settled on the seafood tower. And guys, I would invite you, but as you can see, it's not really enough for 3, so I'm going to take care of this now while I take a little break, and I'll see you back at the show in a bit. When the 61st Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show continues, I'll be checking out the Mangusta Grand Sport 33, and Lee will look at another offering from Ocean Alexander.
Welcome back to the 61st Annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Visit Lauderdale and Lexus. Now, our friends at Lexus have brought out this absolutely spectacular infrared-colored LC convertible. This is the LC 500, but the convertible version. In fact, the first time that the public has really seen this car up close, and boy, does it pop in the sun. Now, speaking of sun, getting a little hot right now at high noon as the sun's up there in the sky. Check this out. One of the neatest convertible articulations that I've ever seen. Does the whole job in about 16 seconds. So another car making its world debut for Lexus this year is this, the all-new IS. This is the 350F Sport, and I've spent a lot of time over the last couple of months testing and enjoying this great new model. Wider in the front, more muscular. In fact, you see a more athletic look all the way across the stance of this car. That leads to a more dynamic handling experience and more grip. Now, another car that's very close to my heart is the all-new RCF Fuji Edition. You've probably heard of the RCF. That's the two-door sports car. It's what I drive every day with that normally aspirated 5-liter V8, puts out 472 horsepower. The Fuji Edition takes it up a notch with a tremendous amount of weight savings. Carbon fiber splitter up front, carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber roof, all saving valuable weight that sits up high that allows this car to perform faster lap times. I race for Lexus in a GTD car in IMSA, and this RCF Fuji Edition is super close to what I race every weekend. Let's go check in with Lee Diffie.
Townsend, once again, we're back at Ocean Alexander. It's been a busy time for the Taiwanese yacht builder. Now, I know you've been over this way earlier in the show. Now it's my turn to introduce yet another of their models on debut. Welcome to the 36L. This is considered the Grand Dame of Ocean Alexander's Legend series. It's 118 feet in length, and there's lots of evidence of the design influence from chief designer Evan K. Marshall. I love the way that it flows up over all 4 decks. Yes, there are 4 decks in total. You get great views on this. Lots of natural light, but no better view than where we are here up on the top deck, where there's even a jacuzzi. And look at that view. The sky deck almost seems like one big open space from the lounge deck, where there's a small walk-around bar, and into the lounge, where there is ample room to stretch out and take in something on the big screen TV. So here we are now on the aft deck on the main level. Time to take you into the salon area, which you're going to love, by the way. It's spectacular. And we gain entry either by a toe tap or finger push on the electronic door. Now we head into the formal dining area. Take note of the floor-to-ceiling windows, which just give you magnificent views. You will never lose sight of the sea while enjoying a meal. Well, here we are down at the water level, beach club. It's time to relax. And if you're wondering about the price, base model, $13.5 million. There's also exciting news from my homeland, as Australia's Riviera is premiering 4 boats, including 3 from their sports motor yacht class. The series starts with a model just over 50 feet for 6 passengers. It continues to the 64, which is ideal for 8 people. And this is the flagship of the Riviera sports motor yacht range. This is the 72, and it can accommodate up to 11 passengers. This yacht is meant to bring people together, and it all begins right here on the spacious foredeck. When anchored, this area can be reconfigured for a variety of entertainment options. There's the flybridge and its aft deck, where friends can gather. To the cockpit and mezzanine, where alfresco dining can take place right above. This Riviera 72 really is so versatile. If you want to relax in luxury, check that box. If you want to go fishing, of course you can do that as well. If you are into some long-range exploration trips, if you cruise at about 10 knots, you can go 1,500 miles, which is impressive. Even more impressive, just knock it back a little to 6 knots, you can go a whopping 2,800 nautical miles in this beauty. Down below, there's generous accommodations with 4 staterooms, the master of which is full beam, and 3 of the rooms have ensuite bathrooms with full showers. Another really attractive feature to the Riviera 72 is this massive cockpit area totaling 135 square feet. It's highlighted by a live bait well, a massive cooler, and my favourite is the Barbie. Price tag, by the way, is $5 million. So that's what's happening here in Australia, Will. What's coming over from Italy?
An Italian company, Lee, yes, but with a very global mindset. I've come over to Mangusta and I'm on the Grand Sport 33. It's absolutely stunning. It's making its world debut here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, and it's going to be the last boat we look at that's nominated for Best of Show, and I'm going to show you why. The Italian styling here is stunning, and they've paired it with performance along with its long-range capabilities. This yacht is powered by 4 Volvo Penta IPS drives, which make it extremely operator-friendly. And the compact size of the engines means a smaller engine room, and therefore more space on board for the fun stuff. Like this, a 430 square foot master stateroom. Just look at the size of that shower. Couple all of this with the total customization that Mangusta offers, and the sky is the limit with layout. This boat has an enclosed flybridge with an indoor TV room, and outside this brilliant infinity pool with lots of deck space to take in the sun and of course the beautiful views. As well as the infinity pool, we come here after the flybridge and we have another jacuzzi. I told you guys that you would see why this boat was up for Best of Show at $12.6 million. I also need to remind you that Mangusta won this award in 2018. So can they do it again in 2020? The judges are on board right now making their final tabulations. But coming up next, Lee and Townsend go aboard the Prestige X70, and later on we'll announce this year's Best of Show winner. Welcome back, everybody, to the 61st Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show presented by Lexus and Visit Lauderdale. And if you're coming into this beautiful area, but you've decided to leave your boat at home, well, no better way to arrive than into here, the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. So convenient, we're just north of downtown, and for that and many other reasons, it is now the 4th busiest general aviation airport in the entire US. Over 500,000 visitors coming through here every single year. That equates to over 600 operations every single day.
General aviation is definitely the way to go. It's convenience through and through. Essentially, you have the benefit of being able to have an aircraft to yourself. Knowing that the aircraft is there, it's on time. Typically, at the most, you're probably waiting 5 to 10 minutes to board the aircraft. We have 4 fixed base operators on the airfield: Banyan Air Service, Fort Lauderdale Executive Jet Center, Lynx FBO Network, and W Aviation.
Townsend, Lee, I'm telling you, if you're going to fly, this is definitely the way to do it. I'm going to head back to the show now to see you guys. In the meantime, where are you at?
Well, Townsend and I are at French yacht maker Prestige, and boy, do we have something special to show you. This is the brand new X70. This was meant to make its worldwide debut at the Cannes Boat Show, but unfortunately that was cancelled. So Prestige is very proud, Townsend, to display this for the first time publicly here in Fort Lauderdale.
Lee, this is a game-changing boat for this brand. You see the very dramatic design change up front with the raked windshield. As a captain, that's the way to go. No glare. It's really easy to enjoy the tremendous visibility, but this boat is all about luxurious outdoor spaces to enjoy. It really is like a super yacht, but in 70 feet. Let's take a closer look.
Well, Townsend, up here on the upper deck, there's this beautiful open flow flybridge area. Gives you a lot of flexibility as to how you want the furniture laid out. I love this combo unit. Inside here, cooktop grill, sink, couple of refrigerators, marble top table. Check this out. Beautiful retractable sunroof. For the captain, a couple of carbon fiber seats. But the feature I really like, a starboard side joystick docking station. Townsend, where can we find you?
The moment I walk into the salon, I'm just taken by the space and the innovation. By eliminating the side decks, you're able to push these walls all the way to the edge. Now, at the end of a hot day on the water, you come in here, press night mode, the shades automatically drop, the TV comes down, and you have a full home theater sound system. And naturally, down on the bottom deck are 4 lovely guest cabins to enjoy. Now at $4.2 million, you've got 2,000 horsepower included to take all of this innovative fun wherever you want to go in a hurry, Lee.
Innovative fun. Fun and innovation, that's such a great way. And also practical approach to this X70. You spoke earlier, Townsend, about maximum use of space. Have a look at this. A sneaky little closet to continue the fun, and you can squeeze in a C-bob on both the port and starboard sides. This is the Prestige X70, certainly a yacht to remember. And speaking of boats to remember, up next, it's the award, Best of Show. You're watching the 61st Annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Lexus, experience amazing, and Visit Lauderdale.
Welcome back to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, presented by Lexus and Visit Lauderdale. Now, this is the 61st edition of this great event, and 2020 has been a very difficult year, but they've managed to pull it off, put on this great event once again, and I wanted to find out just how it all came together. So let's check in with Stacy Ritter, President and CEO of Visit Lauderdale.
Well, late October is always an exciting time to be in Fort Lauderdale. We have beautiful weather. You can smell autumn in the air. It's 85 degrees. And this is the start of our season, and we're just so delighted that Informa took the time to put together a thoughtful and deliberative plan to make sure that every visitor who comes to the boat show this year is safe.
What a great achievement to pull this show off once again. Now, I'm not ready to leave the show, but I am ready to find out who this year's winner is for Best of Show. Lee, take it away.
Townsend, this is such a special part of the show now, proudly for the 3rd year in a row. And it's so difficult because we have the fortune of going on, seeing, witnessing so many beautiful boats and yachts at the show each year, but it only comes down to one to win the Best of Show. So I know you're ready, we're all ready. We want to congratulate Viking Yachts. Pat Healy of Viking Yachts is here. Pat, first and foremost, I want to say, with your sons in the background, this is a family business. 56 years ago, your dad and your uncle started this. You've done and achieved so much. What does this mean to win Best of Show?
It's wonderful. I mean, we work very hard to be the best. and there's no second place finishes, no matter what it is, and to win it this year is tremendous.
So, being a manufacturer, you judge your success based on sales. But we had a team of judges here today who aren't in your business. They're not looking at sales. They're looking at the attributes of your wonderful creation. That's got to be gratifying.
Well, it is. I mean, we work very hard. We have a team of boat builders in New Jersey that are just the best in the world. And to see that, and I'll proudly put that right out when they all leave and go out, that'll be right on a table so they can all see what we achieved together. And that's the most important thing. It's all about a team. It's not one person. It's not the Healey's. We have a boat building team that is the best in the industry.
Well, to your words, it's about teamwork, and this show is about tremendous teamwork because there have been so many entities who have joined together and collaborated like never before, never a more challenging year than 2020 to make this happen. It's a proud moment for the state of Florida. It's a proud moment for the city of Fort Lauderdale to have the 61st annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. To Informa, the Marine Industries Association of South Florida, Lexus, Visit Lauderdale, Broward County, and of course the city of Fort Lauderdale. So many people came together to actually make this happen, and we should celebrate that fact. We'll see you next fall.